Well, it has been a rite of passage for high school students for years, but in the future, taking the SAT exam will have a whole new look. So forget about the paper and the pencil that you see on your screen. The SAT is going digital. Test takers will be allowed to use their own laptops or tablets, but they still have to take the test at a monitored site. The new version will also be shorter, taking the test on reading, writing, and math from 3 hours to about 2. Paula Tutman has been looking into the changes, and Paula, you found this could bring some new challenges for students.
Yeah, that was really the surprising thing to me, Karen. Things I didn't even think about. Of course, it does beg the question whether or not this number 2 pencil is becoming obsolete. Well, maybe not necessarily, but certainly not needed to an SAT coming to you soon. For a lot of students, test taking is tough as it is, but put the letters SAT anywhere near that test and it can become absolutely nerve-wracking. 14-year-old Harmony recently took the PSAT.
The PSAT was very complicated for me.
Katie Solomon is the program director for Downtown Boxing Gym.
The amount of preparation that goes into prepping for the SAT is significant.
In 2024, the SATs are going digital, and while you may think making the SAT digital will be a walk in the park because students have spent the last 2.5 pandemic years learning how to learn online, DBG, which does heavy tutoring and teaching in person, remotely, however they can to reach students to close learning gaps, including SAT prep.
They're practicing editing and they're practicing writing.
Well, they believe much of what students are being taught to perform on paper actually changes when you have to teach them how to perform or test take online.
What I'm seeing with my high school students, it's a lot harder to stay focused and read a passage on your screen than it is on a printout.
You're paying attention to like outside noises, like someone could be like clittering, like tapping on a computer or whatnot, and you can like hear it. And like it distracts me. It's like every little noise counts.
The College Board, the folks who actually administer the SAT and PSAT, says students will be able to use their own laptops and tablets, but not at home. The test will still be administered at a specific monitoring site, like a school. But the claim is the digital format will shave off as much as an hour from the current 3-hour version. But to be successful with that new format, Solomon says teachers, tutors, parents, and students will need to learn how to use new muscles to succeed.
Actually sitting and focusing and not being distracted on a digital screen when our kids are put in front of screens and we're seeing that they're not learning the same as they were in person as they are virtually. To me, that's an indication that unless we prep them on how to perform in this digital space, they're not going to be able to perform as well digitally as they are in person.
Yeah, so they're basically talking about a whole different way to prep these students. By the way, if a student doesn't have access to a laptop or digital device, one will be provided. Again, this starts in 2024. Another bonus, Karen, getting the results sooner. It's expected you'll get them in days instead of weeks.
Well, that would take away some of the tension and the worry that we all experienced for so long. All right, thank you, Paula.
Just a little bit, though.
Just a little. All right, thank you, Paula.